Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. First things first, 2020 is over. It is 2021. It is January 4th, I believe, when I'm filming this, which is very exciting. We are in the new year. However you celebrated the new year, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was a good one. We stayed home, ordered Thai food, watched the fireworks on the TV, and then played Demon's Souls and went to bed at like 1:30. So to be honest, it was a good way to bring in the new year, everything considered. I enjoyed it and I woke up without a hangover, which is quite nice for New Year's Day and a good way to kick off the year. Before we get into this video though, if you don't follow me already, my main Instagram, my beauty Instagram, and my Twitter will be linked on the screen for you. So go follow those if you hadn't already. I post a lot more on there than I obviously do on here. Today's video, we are going through my trash. Whoa, as I knock everything over. We are going through my trash today. I have collected up some, not all, of the products that I have used in 2020, and I figured I would take you through a little bit of a journey and maybe do some mini reviews on the things that I've used up. I have used up quite a few products actually, more than I thought that I had. And again, this isn't everything because I only started collecting them towards kind of the back end of the year. So I have three separate categories that I'm going to go through. I have all my makeup products, I have some skincare and kind of like beauty products, I guess, body products, and then I have a couple of candles that I'm going to show you today. Looking at the pile now, most of the products that I've got are things that I love, things that I repurchase, things that I've used multiple times, so I'm pretty excited to share this with you, and it'll be nice to kind of clear this out of my house, out of my collection now that we're in the start of the year. I'm also planning on doing a 21 in 21 project pan as well this year, so using up some of the products that I've got in my collection, panning some of the products in my collection. I'll do a whole video talking about that. It will probably be posted after this one, but let's go through my rubbish first, let's go through some trash, and let's talk about some products. I guess the first thing I'm going to go through today will probably be my makeup goodies, because they are the things that I guess everyone is most excited about or wants to hear about. The first lot of products we'll go through is foundation or base products. I have two of the Maybelline Fit Me foundations. This foundation is my favorite foundation for every day. It is my go-to foundation for every day. I get the matte and poreless version. I did use this and apply this in my everyday makeup tutorial. I'll have it linked in a card above me here. I just love this. Staple go-to. It's really cheap when you get it 50% off or 40% off at Priceline, and I kind of can't go wrong with it. So I went through two shades. I have one in 110 and one in 115 for summer when I'm a little bit more tan. I have three backups of this and another one that I've almost finished as well. So really loved this. Is a fantastic foundation, would definitely recommend. The next product or base product I've got is a very beta looking tube of the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Tinted Hydrating Gel Cream. This is a tinted moisturizer. I use this for a lot of 2020 as well. Towards the end of the year, I started not actually wearing anything on my skin for days that I wasn't going to wear makeup, and for me that's when I'm not on site or not seeing clients. But I did really enjoy this product while I was using it. I do use it when my skin is acting up a little bit and I do want a little bit of coverage. I would highly recommend it. It does have SPF 30 in it, which is fantastic, and I've almost finished another bottle of this. I probably have like 2 or 3 uses in another one, so would highly recommend. This is a tinted moisturizer if you're looking for one. Light coverage, good SPF, and does set down on the skin without looking too kind of like greasy that tinted moisturizers I find can do. So would highly recommend that one. Another base product, I have a very cut up also NYX Professional Makeup Studio Perfect Photo Loving Primer. Softens fine lines and pores. I really like this primer. It's another staple go-to for me. It is a silicone based primer, so if you don't like silicone based primers, I don't think you're gonna like this. Again, very affordable, very cheap, very easily accessible here in Australia. You can just grab them from Priceline. They also go quite often on 40% off, which makes them super inexpensive. I have another one of these that I'm working through at the moment, but I also do have some new primers coming into my collection. I bought a couple from Colourpop, and I did splurge and buy the YSL primer, the one with the gold flakes in it, over Boxing Day. So I do also have that I'll be trying into the new year, but a really great staple. I am going through another one at the moment, would definitely recommend. For concealer, I have another Maybelline product. I have three of the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser Dark Circle Treatment Concealer with Goji Berry and Haloxyl. Interesting. I get these in 110 Fair or Fair Clair. I really like these. These are a staple concealer in my collection. They work so well for me. I've gone through 3 this year and many numerous other ones in previous years. I will continue to buy these. I think I got 3 or 4 backups in my collection. Always down to try new concealers, but when I find something that works for me, especially something that has good coverage like this, that doesn't settle into fine lines, creases, or texture on my face, and does stay all day without rubbing off, I mean, you can't really go wrong with it. So that is 3 of the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind concealers. For powder, I only have 1 of these, but I'm pretty sure I used up a couple. There are some like tiny little scraps in there, so I'm not gonna open up the lid of this very beat up packaging. This is the Rimmel Stay Matte powder. This is in 003 Peach Glow. Again, another really solid staple product. I always have one of these in my bag. Very inexpensive. Really great at mattifying the skin. Doesn't give a lot of coverage to it, so if you are someone that likes a lot of coverage to your powder, maybe not for you. But as for a good staple, good touch-up powder, good blotting powder, great thing to have in your bag and just travel with. I love these. I think I went through 3 of these this year, but I only have the packaging for 1. So really great powder, really recommend, awesome staple. At the moment, I'm using the Australis Fresh and Flawless powder. That's another really good setting powder. Does have a lot more coverage. That one's more like a powder foundation. And just kind of going back and forth between both of these, but love them, fantastic powder, would 100% recommend it. For mascara, now this pains me a little bit because it wasn't until recently that I realized just how much money I was spending on mascara, and it kind of just, oh, it hurts. It hurts a little bit. I have used up 2 of the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascaras. I have 1 in the special limited edition packaging. It does have the little peaches on it. It is very cute, this one. And 1 obviously in the standard pink matte metallic packaging. I really like this mascara. It is a good mascara for me. It really works for me. It doesn't transfer. It stays all day. It gives me volume. It gives me a little bit of length with my lashes. The only thing with this mascara though is that it is $40. $40. Why? Why is this so expensive? Why was I spending $40 on mascara? I'm all here for expensive products. I'm all here for trying bougie luxury products. Not that this is even a luxury or bougie product. However, I can't stomach bringing myself to spend $40 on mascara anymore. As much as I like this, I'm sure there are other things from the drugstore that I can find that I love. I'm sure there's other brands I can find that I love. There are definitely some products that I think are worth splurging on and spending your money on, but mascara for me is just not one of them. So love these. I would recommend them if you do want to spend the money on them. However, $40 for a mascara is just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Sorry, it's ridiculous. I love you, but no, you're ridiculous. Not again. This is another kind of like sad, painful one for me because I actually really love this product. However, it had dried up in my collection when I tried to use it, which is something that I've heard happens with these quite a lot, that I wasn't super aware that happened so frequently. That is the Stila liquid shadows, or the glitter, I think glitter and glitz, glam and glitz, glitz and glow, glitz, blah blah blah, whatever. These kind of liquid shadows from Stila. I love this. This one is in Kitten Karma. It is one of my mom's favorite products. I'm pretty sure she purchased this one for me. I loved doing it. It was so easy just to cut your crease really quickly for a day look, just to blend out all over the lid. They give great payoff and great color with them. They're very, very shiny and very, very opaque. However, they do just happen to dry up and they just get crusty, and then they look like flaky glitter and they don't apply very nicely. I did have this for probably a year or so, so honestly, if it's something that you know you're going to get use out of, I would definitely recommend these. If it's something you wanted to try, I would definitely recommend these. I'll probably be looking to pick up some more of these on sale. I did pick up the Bare Minerals metallic liquid shadows, which are, I think, very similar to these in the Mecca Boxing Day sale. I'll show those in my Boxing Day haul once I film it and everything's arrived. But yeah, pretty sad to see this go because I did absolutely love it, but yeah, dried out and just no longer working. So that one is a thank you and goodbye. The last makeup product that I have that I used up in 2020, or at least that I have to show you that I used up in 2020, is another Stila product. It is the Stila Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner. I quite liked this eyeliner. I remember liking it more, so I don't know if they've done something to change the packaging or the brush tip or the formula of this, because when I repurchased it, I didn't love it as much as I once did, or I once felt like I did. However, still a really good basic staple eyeliner. Did stay all day, didn't come off. It does have like one of the felt kind of like tips on it, and it looks like it's got product on it, but it's lying to me. It's lying to me. It looks like it's working, but it's definitely not. This is very empty. It must be the last dregs in the product, as it has been stored upside down in a box. I don't know if I'd repurchase this again. I'm kind of enjoying trying out some different liquid liners from different brands. I've just bought one from Colourpop. I bought two from Maybelline. I have been using their Hyper Liner, I believe it is. And that is a really nice liquid liner again, and kind of cheaper than this one too. Again, I don't mind spending a little bit of money on a product that I love, but do I think liquid liner is something that is worth, I think this is $26, which is quite a fair bit. I don't know, up to your personal preference, but for me, I probably would repurchase it again if I didn't have any other options, but I'm having a bit of fun trying out some other products. So that's the last makeup product for 2020. That brings me to 11 products or beauty products that I've used up in 2020 that I have kept track of. I think that's a pretty good effort. I think that's a pretty good amount of product that I've used up. I like counting and keeping how many products that I've used up because it allows me to kind of like repurchase in the future, especially for products that I love and adore rather than buying them one by one. Obviously, we do have quite big makeup sales at Priceline, 40 or 50% off here in Australia, so it's nice to be able to kind of bulk purchase things when they are on a decent amount of sale. But yeah, 11 products, pretty happy. I do kind of want to do a makeup inventory this year and just kind of monitor how many products are coming in and out of my collection. I do kind of try and keep it, I don't want to say like at a minimum, but I definitely want to make sure that I'm using up the products and giving the products that I've got some love. So that's something that I'm planning on doing this year, and it'll be a lot more interesting. But yeah, that's 11 beauty products that I used up in 2020. The next lot of products I've got to talk to you about are skincare products. Now, most of this bag here is all skincare. I will not often talk about skincare on this channel purely because I think, one, everyone's skin is so very, very different, and you need to find out the products that work for you and the needs that your skin has. I don't know if it's necessarily something that I want to be talking about here because, two, I am also not extremely educated in skincare. So I think that it's one of those things that people who are very educated about skincare should be talking about, because do I know what's good or not for your skin? Yes or no? Not really. I just know what works for me and what I like. So take everything I say with a little bit of a grain of salt for things that really work for me and that I am not super educated on this. So I will not be talking about this too much aside from, I guess, Empties videos. So let's go. First product I have in here, I have a bottle of the Neutrogena Deep Clean Facial Cleanser in normal to oily skin. I like this cleanser. I've actually used this cleanser for a really long time. I used to use it as my only cleanser day to day. I used to use it with my Clarisonic that I quite liked. It does foam up when you use it, so not when you pump it. It is just a gel when you pump it, but when you actually rub it between your hands, it does foam up. These days, I love using this as a first step in a double cleanse to take off my makeup in the shower. Rather than taking off my makeup with micellar water before I get out, I jump in the shower, I kind of like let the steam melt my makeup off a little bit, and then I'll go in for first cleanse with this. And for that, it works really, really well. So I have another 3 bottles, I think, of this. Again, stocking up while they are on sale. That is something I am very good at, is getting a bargain. But I liked it. I'm gonna keep using the bottles that I have for a first step. I think it gets rid of makeup well, and yeah, good stuff. The next product I have in my bag is actually a product that I am decluttering or getting rid of. It is not finished or empty. You can kind of hear that in here. This is the Sukin Hydrating Mist Toner, alcohol and paraben free. I used this for a little bit this year. I've actually had it for quite a while, so it is actually out of date. It has expired. That is why I'm throwing it away. I didn't really find that this did much for my skin. I do like Sukin products. I have tried a few of them. They are Australian brand. They are all natural skincare, which I think is fantastic. But yeah, this one just didn't do much for me, and I didn't see any point in holding an expired product in my collection and in my bathroom cabinets. So that one is going. Next up, I have a few tubs of face masks from a brand that I'm sure we all know and love, and that is Lush. I have 3 tubs of the Mask of Magnamenti. I love this face mask. It says it is a tingle-inducing peppermint, is blended with soothing honey and evening primrose seeds for the most invigorating cleanse this side of the Arctic. This stuff is fantastic. It is one thing that I will continue repurchasing from Lush. I do have some other face masks that I want to use up at the start of this, this year, 2021, Jesus. So I probably won't repurchase another one of these for a while. It is it is a staple. I think it's one of their, I guess, best-selling, most well-known products. I absolutely love it. I unfortunately didn't quite get to use up the end of this one, so I can show you what it looks like. It is a green colored, I guess, clay mask, and it does have little, I guess, bits in it. I think they're seed shells from memory of what the ingredients are. I really like this. I think it's a good mask. My skin always feels really soft. It feels really exfoliated after I use it. I will be holding on to these containers because you can return them to Lush for a free mask. So I'm gonna hold on to those and clean these out and take them back and do my bit for the environment. I do also have 2 more mini pots from Lush, or smaller pots from Lush. These are the Charity Pot Hand and Body Lotion. Now, I love these. I actually repurchased the larger pot, which is about the same size as 2 of the smaller pots, if not slightly bigger. I actually use these as a facial moisturizer. I don't know if you're supposed to use them as a facial moisturizer, but for me, it works really well. They're nice and thick. They don't have much of a scent really to them. I really like them. These also, as the name suggests, being a charity pot, the proceeds from these go to various charities that Lush donates to. So I absolutely love that. I love the fact that I can do my bit by buying my moisturizer. This one went to the Cat Adoption Foundation, which I think is absolutely fantastic. It has a little kitten on the top. And this one said it goes to the Nambucca Valley Conservation Association. So I love these. I use this as my facial moisturizer. I have for a really long time. It is fantastic on the body as well. It is quite oily, so it does sit on the skin for a decent amount of time, which allows that moisture barrier to be there and your skin to stay nice and hydrated, especially overnight. I love putting this on in the evenings and sleeping with it. It just makes my skin super soft. So I am holding on to these to return these back to Lush as well to get my free face mask. I have 2 more Lush products. As if you can't tell, Lush is one of my favorite brands. I love them for all things fun skincare. I do think they are a little bit expensive, but if you want to treat yourself, I think absolutely go for it. I love everything that they stand for. I think they're fantastic. So I have one of the smaller size Snow Fairy shower gels. I love this scent. Every time they bring it back at Christmas, I purchased another one. Aside from this year, I missed out because I did not go into a Lush store over Christmas. I behaved myself. I was good. It was fantastic. This is amazing. It smells like candy. It only comes out once a year, which I think makes me love it even more. But yes, I finished up one of those shower gels, and then I finished up a mini of the Honey I Washed the Kids shower gel as well. This just smells exactly like the name says. It smells like straight up creamy honey. It is fantastic. Again, would buy again. Definitely recommend some Lush shower gels. If you haven't used them before, they're fantastic. Go in and stick your nose in all the different ones. They are absolutely wonderful. Next product is something that I've had sitting in my collection for a while, or should I say my bathroom cabinet for a while, and I've been meaning to use up, and I am so happy it is finally done because I have 3 other of these kind of products, not this one in particular, but these products that I want to use up next year. This is the Palmer's Coconut Oil Formula Coconut Oil Body Oil. I quite liked this product. I thought it was okay. I really struggled to use moisturizers on my body for a real long time. I hate feeling wet. I hate feeling damp, and you know, moisturizers give you that like damp feeling and then you gotta put your clothes on. I really don't like it. Kind of gotten over that this year with how soft my skin does feel when I use them. However, still a bit of a pet peeve. So instead of going for lotions, I ended up buying a couple of different body oils, and this was one of them. It smelled good. It worked well. It seemed to moisturize my skin really well. My skin liked it. It didn't break out at all. I found it very like non-offensive, if you like. So I would recommend. I mean, coconut oil is obviously a good staple no matter what you're using it for. So yeah, I like this. I would probably purchase it again, but I do have another couple of body oils that I'm trying to use up going into the new year. Next up, I've got something that I'm pretty new to, but I have been enjoying using, and that is pimple patches. Now, pimple patches are an interesting one for me. Do I think that they are going to magically heal your pimples? No. Do I think that they are great at reducing the inflammation in your pimples? And for me in particular, great at stopping me from picking my pimples, because I am terrible at that. I am a skin picker. It is one of the things that I absolutely hate, that I'm trying to change. And these are really good for me because they stop me from touching them. They stop me from touching my pimples. If I've got a pimple patch on them, I'm not gonna pick at them, I'm not gonna look at them, I'm gonna leave them. And so for me, that's why I love these. I put them on a red pimple when I'm at home during the day or overnight. It just stops me absent-mindedly touching them, looking at them, whatever. It is pretty satisfying in the morning peeling these off though, because they do obviously, if you haven't used one before, they're technically called a hydrocolloid patch, and what they do is they absorb moisture. So in the patch there's actually like I guess a gel that reacts with the oils on your skin as they kind of draw those oils out, and it does go like a milky white kind of color and consistency. So it's pretty satisfying to like peel that off and be like, oh, I got rid of that gunk out of my skin. So if there are something you haven't tried and you'd like to try, I definitely would recommend them. But are they going to be an absolute miracle thing for your acne or your pimples? Like, no, don't kind of be swayed or think that they're going to do that for you, because I really don't think they are. I would buy these ones again. They're just from Priceline. I think these are about like $8 for 20 something, 36 patches. I have bought another couple of packs off Amazon of a slightly different brand that I am enjoying as well. So pimple patches. Next up, I've got a couple of sample packets from The Body Shop that were actually gifted to me from a really good friend of mine. Thank you, Pix, if you're watching. I actually really enjoyed these. The first couple I've got are the Vitamin E Moisture Cream. I really enjoyed using this moisture cream. I used it in the morning. I'd actually consider buying the full jar, and I might actually explore The Body Shop's products after trying these out. So they were really lovely to give a go, and they're 2 little samples that I used up in 2020. Another Body Shop sample I used up was the Instant Soothing Mask, Mediterranean Almond Milk with Oats. I really like this. I found it was super hydrating to my skin. It did have the oats in it. It felt super soft when I washed it off my face. So I would consider buying this again if it's something that you struggle with dry skin. This might be something for you. I also found the scent, again, very non-offensive. I found everything in it very non-offensive. It just made my skin feel really soft afterwards. So I would think about purchasing that one too. And one last product in here from The Body Shop was the Vitamin C Glow Sheet Mask. I actually loved this. I'm not a huge fan of sheet masks. I do find that they can be a little bit wasteful, especially being single-use products. There is a hair on this one, which is fantastic. Especially being single-use products. This is probably one of the only ones I've actually tried that I really thought did something for my skin. And these are absolutely soaked in that vitamin C serum as well. I didn't find it dry at all, which is great. I do find some of the sheet masks I've tried don't actually have enough product for me to really feel like they're doing anything. So I would consider repurchasing a few of these. They're probably, again, yeah, the only sheet masks I've used that I actually really liked it, but they also have a hydrating glow moisturizer with vitamin C that I would be tempted to try as well. So yeah, I enjoyed using that. Thank you, Pix. The last skincare item that I have is something that I was a little underwhelmed with. I was a little underwhelmed, but I also wasn't underwhelmed with this one. It's really hard. For my birthday, I bought a set of the Tatcha skincare minis that they brought out over Christmas. One item I have used up already is the Tatcha water cream. Now this moisturizer in the full size is I think $110. 110 doll hairs. Sorry, I know I just got offended by a $40 mascara, but let me get offended by a $110 moisturizer. That is so, I don't know, maybe it's just me. Again, like I don't know a shit ton about skincare, but I just, after using this mini, don't think that it did anything amazing for my skin. I thought it was a good moisturizer. I thought it was okay. The packaging is adorable, even on the minis. I think it's super, super cute. But you know, the experience was kind of nice. It was a little bit different. You kind of take this out, it's a little white thin cream. You take it out, you rub it on your face, and it kind of dissolves and you feel like you've rubbed water on your face, which I guess is like a cool experience. But do I think it's worth $110? Absolutely not. If you want to try this moisturizer, I'd suggest seeing if you can grab it in a mini first. Yeah, it was fine. If I had to pick it up again, or if I had it again, I'd probably use it in the morning. The only thing is I really love using SPF in the morning, and this moisturizer doesn't have SPF in it. So yeah, I think I'm gonna cop some blasphemy for this one, because this is obviously some people's cult product, but I just don't think it's worth it. I just don't. I have two hair care items to show you that I've used up in 2020. The first one is a Davines Absolute Beautifying Potion with Roku oil for all kinds of hair. I really like this hair oil. I actually bought this oil when I lived in Canada quite a few years ago, and I've only just used it up this year. It took me a really long time to use it. I loved it so much. It is a really, really lovely hair oil. I found that it didn't weigh down my hair. I found that it soaked in really nicely. It gave me some shine, kept everything nice and sleek. This is something I would 100% buy again, and I am actually thinking about buying again because I really, really enjoyed it. So I would definitely recommend this one if you can get your hands on it. Is the Davines Absolute Beautifying Potion. Fantastic hair oil. Honorable mention to not quite finished, but very, very close to being finished. I have a bottle of Moroccan oil. Cult classic product, this Moroccan oil. This is the first bottle I've actually owned of Moroccan oil, and do I like it? Yeah, I actually really like this product. The only thing I find is it is very thick. It is a very thick oil, and for someone like me that has a lot of hair but very fine hair, I found it really hard to disperse this through my hair at the best of times. I kind of would rub the pump on my hand and then try and run it through, and I just found it would kind of get caught in patches. It does dry down a bit like a dry oil, so you don't really get any kind of stringy, greasy bits throughout the day if you do happen to put a little bit too much on one particular area. I just found that it wasn't the easiest to spread through my hair, and I would definitely potentially look for something else on top of this. I'm tempted to try the Olaplex oil. The only thing is this is 100 ml and the Olaplex is 30 ml, and it is the same price, if not more expensive. But again, Olaplex is one of those holy grail products that everyone swears by, so I still am kind of tempted to try it regardless of the price. I'll see if I can get it on sale. So honorable mention, not quite finished, but so very, very close to being done, is this bottle of Moroccan oil. Would I recommend it? Yeah, sure, give it a try. Why not? Can't hurt. Got 3 more products that I'm going to talk about today. The third last product I'm going to talk about is something that I hold very near and dear to my heart, and it is now discontinued, and I am very, very sad about it. And Vons went out of his way to buy me 2 bottles for Christmas last year. He scoured everywhere to try and find these, not last year, actually 2 years ago. He scoured everywhere to try and find these. I've looked online for them, but I love it, but is it something I'm willing to go absolutely digging or mental over? No, I don't think so. It is the Lola by Marc Jacobs perfume. This is such a great perfume. It is such a great scent. I'm not going to try and describe it to you because I'm terrible at describing scents, but I love this perfume. Again, this is probably, I think this is the third, it is either the 3rd or 4th bottle, because Vons bought me 2 bottles and this is the 2nd one that I've used up, and I definitely bought myself at least 1 if not 2 bottles before this. Marc Jacobs just makes fantastic fragrances. I'm using Marc Jacobs Daisy at the moment. That's the one that I've kind of swapped over to after this one. Great fragrances, great price range. I find they last all day. I find they've got great notes in them. The different kind of ones that you can get from Marc Jacobs are great. There's something for everyone. So would I recommend these perfumes? Yes. Am I really sad that it's gone? Absolutely. Would I buy another bottle if I had the chance and it wasn't extremely expensive, which a lot of them are now from resellers, I would, but I am very much loving Marc Jacobs Daisy, which is the perfume that I'm using at the moment. So sad to see this one go, but you know, it's time to clear out and start a new year. So I'm gonna say goodbye to this beautiful perfume bottle with this amazing, ridiculous cap that I never kept on it because it was so impractical. Anyway, so goodbye to my Marc Jacobs Lola perfume. The last two items I've got to share with you today are candles. I have two candles here. I have this one that I have no idea where it is from. I have absolutely zero clue. I have a feeling that it might be a Kmart candle. It is vanilla, white lily, and jasmine. It smelled alright. I don't think it threw a lot of scent. Again, I don't know where it's from. I can't remember. If you do, let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, would I repurchase? Probably not. Was it okay and was it fun to burn? Absolutely. All candles are. They're wonderful. The next candle I've got is actually my favorite candle in the whole world. I love these so much. We couldn't get them in Australia till recently. I burnt these when I lived in Canada because it was the first time I had a Bath and Body Works anywhere near me that I could access easily, and so this candle has like a lot of nostalgia for me from that, so it just reminds me of living there and being in the snow. This is the Mahogany Teakwood candle from Bath and Body Works. These smell so good. They're amazing. I always buy them in the 3-wick. Well, these were actually gifted to me by Bonds, God bless him. I always buy these in the 3-wick. I think they're fantastic. They smell so good. I can burn this for about 20 minutes and my entire house smells like it. I'm not going to try and describe the scent exactly, but it smells like a men's cologne mixed with wood. Like a wood fire to me. That's what this smells like. I will continue to purchase these in the new year. I kind of want to spend my money in small businesses. I have bought a few candles from a brand called Wisp Works, which is actually made here in Sydney, but in the Blue Mountains. So she's from Katoomba. I love those. I will show those in my upcoming Boxing Day haul once everything has arrived and I film that video. So I will probably purchase another couple of these in the new year. However, I do want to focus on maybe trying some small businesses and some small brands instead, especially for things like candles. I just really like the idea of supporting small business. If you can get your hands on the Bath and Body Works 3 Wicks, they are fantastic. They're amazing. They're a great stable candle. I would recommend them 100% for sure. And I will burn some of these in the future because they just smell so good. They smell so good. So good. So good. So good. So that concludes my empties for 2020. Thank you for coming on this little journey through my trash heap with me. I am so excited to put so many of these things in the bin because they have been living in our bathroom forever. I'm really looking forward to using up some more products in 2021 and trying a bunch more products in 2021. I'll continue doing these videos. I find them really satisfying and a great way to do a bunch of mini reviews on things that maybe I wouldn't talk about otherwise here on my channel. Thank you for watching this video and being here today. I really appreciate it. I hope your New Year's has been fantastic so far. I go back to work in exactly a week and I am not looking forward to it, but kind of looking forward to it at the same time. We'll see how I go. We'll see how I feel about it. About 3 days in, I'll probably go back to just wanting to chill out at home and play video games, but you know, it is what it is. Thank you for being here. Again, I'll see you next time. Goodbye.